Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Innal hamdanillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. This is Muhammad Kamrul Hussain, Department of Business Administration, Metropolitan University, Sylhet. Welcome to my virtual classroom, MKA Classroom. Now let's start today's video tutorial. Consideration. Today we will start from consideration. What is consideration? Consideration is a promise to keep a promise. Simply to understand what is a consideration, it is a promise. What type of promise? To keep a promise. So we know that a contract has a two side. Contract has a two side. One is offerer, another is offeree. That is the two parties of a contract. So if we make or if we try to make a contract, then we have to have a consideration. That means offerer offer to the offeree for something, as like we can say that you are in a tea shop. You are in a tea shop. You offer to the shopkeeper to give a cup of tea, which price is 5 taka. The shopkeeper agree with you. He will give you a cup of tea. As a result, you give him a 5 taka. So here are the considerations from offerer, that is taka 5, promise to pay taka 5, and offeree, that means shopkeeper, promise to a cup of tea, a cup of tea. So a cup of tea is a consideration and 5 taka is also a consideration. So consideration, a promise. So offerer, that means you promise to pay shopkeeper 5 taka, and shopkeeper promise to pay you a cup of tea. These two side has a consideration. It is called a promise to keep a promise. That is the consideration. Here we will try to discuss nature of consideration, adequacy of consideration, and exception to requirement of considerations. These three things will be discussed in here. First, nature of consideration. Nature of consideration. In the most contracts, the parties require and are content with a promise by other party as a price for their own promises. So in most contracts, the parties requires and are content with a promise by the other parties as a price for their own promise. For example, a homeowner may promise to pay a painter 1000 taka in return for the promise of the painter to paint the house. Correspondingly, the painter make the promise to paint in return for the promise of the house owner to make such payment. In the previous examples, it is clear that two parties both parties has to maintain the promise, and this promise actually consideration. By its nature, exchange of a promise for a promise occurs at the same time, create a contract. Now, we will see adequacy of consideration. Adequacy of consideration. In here, we will try to see part payment. Number 2, invalid considerations. Invalid consideration. These two things can be seen. Adequacy of consideration. Adequacy of considerations. As a general rule, the adequacy of the consideration is irrelevant because the law does not prohibit bargain, except in case where the contract calls for a performance or sale of goods that have a standard or recognized market value. It is impossible to fix the money value of each promise. If the considerations given by one party is grossly inadequate, there is a relevant fact in proving fraud, undue influence or mistake. That means, here I said two parties promise, but price is very low. That means, one party promised to provide another party as a sum of money, but the actual market price is more than that amount. So, it is treated as a fraud, it is treated as a mistake. Part payment. Part payment. A partial payment of a past due date is not considerations to support the creditor's promise to cancel the balance of the debt. The creditor is already entitled to the part payment. Promising to give something to which the other party is already entitled is not consideration. Insufficient or invalid consideration. Many apparent considerations lack the full force or effect necessary to make enforceable agreements. Consideration of the following classes is either insufficient or invalid. Here has three things: performing or promising to perform what is already obliged to do, or promising refrain from doing what one has no right to do, and 3, past performance. Performing or promising to perform what is one is already obliged to do, and refraining or promising to refrain from doing what one has no right to do, and past performance. First one, we will see performing or promising to perform what one is already obliged to do. If the supposed consideration consists merely of a promise to do what one is already legally obliged to do, consideration is invalid. If the consideration is invalid, contract is invalid. In such case, promise giving nothing new to other contracting party. Promising to perform what is already obliged to do. So, we can understand this by an example. So, you contract for something for a specific price with someone, but in the case of strike, in bad weather, so they are create more cost for that person. Now he is asked to you to extra payment for your contract. So actually this is called the performing or promising to perform what one is already obliged to do. So you have to pay a previous amount, but whenever he requested to pay you extra amount, then you have to consider it. So here in example, that parties to a contract may at any time mutually agree to cancel an old contract and replace it with a new one. For this new contract to be enforceable, there must be some added features that benefit both parties. Although not necessary to an equal extent, if a contractor agreed to build a house of a certain specifications for 150,000 taka, a contract of homeowner to pay an additional 10,000 is not binding unless the contractor currently agrees to do something the original contract did not require at a considerations for 10,000. The value of the additional act by the contractor need not to be 10,000. It merely must have monetary value. So here has said for the strikes, bad weather, or a change in price in examples. So in such situations it has not obliged. So previous contract can be newly arranging in these situations. So it can be refused or it can be renewed. So there is no need for considerations. Refraining or promising to refrain from doing what one has no right to do. Or promise to refrain from doing something, this contract is called forbearance. If the promisor had a right to do the act, forbearance is a valid consideration. Consideration is invalid when it is consists of a promise to forbear doing something that one has no right to do, such as to commit an unlawful act. So that is the refrain from doing something. That means whenever you contract with another party for doing unlegal things, then someone or he is refraining doing this, তিনি এটা করতে বিরত থাকবেন। Then past performance, as an act performed prior to the promise to do constitute valid considerations. That means past performance actually is not considered for a considerations. As like an example, if a carpenter gradually helps a neighbor to build a house with no promise to pay, a promise to pay made after the house is completed cannot be enforced. That means we can say in Bangla, then you can understand. একটা বাড়ি তৈরি করা হয়েছে, সেই বাড়ি তৈরি করার সময় তাকে সাহায্য করা হয়েছে, বাট ওই সময় তখন চুক্তি করা হয়নি যে বাড়িটা তৈরির জন্য তাকে টাকা দিতে হবে। বাট বাড়িটা তৈরি হওয়ার পরে সে যখন টাকা দাবি করবে তখন এটাকে আর কনসিডারেশনে আনা যাবে না, তখন উনি দিতে অস্বীকার করলে কিছু করার থাকবে না। সো the promise to pay must induce the carpenter to do the work, and this cannot be done if the promise is made after work is completed. A debt is discharged by bankruptcy by the received under certain circumstances, usually by the debtors agreeing with approved from bankruptcy court to pay it. such promising are unenforceable even though the creditor, the promisee, gives no new considerations to support the promise. The debtor is said to have waived the defense of discharging in bankruptcy. The original debt, therefore, is now we will see exception in requirements of consideration. Exception in requirements for consideration. Voluntary subscriptions. Here we will see voluntary subscriptions, dates of records, promissory estoppel, and modification of scale contracts. These 4 things can be discussed here. So, exceptions of a requirement of considerations. As a general rule, a promise must be supported by considerations. Certain exceptions to the rule involve voluntary subscriptions, dates of records, promissory estoppel, and modification of scales contracts. Now, voluntary subscriptions. Voluntary subscription. When charitable enterprise are financed by voluntary subscriptions of many people, the promise of each person is generally held to be enforceable. When a number of people make pledges to or subscribe to a charitable associations or to a church, for example, the pledges or subscriptions are binding. One theory for enforcing the promise is that each subscriber's promise is supported by promises of their subscribers. That is the voluntary subscription. It is also treated as a considerations whenever we donate to the charitable firm. Dates of records. Consideration is not necessary to support an obligations of record such as a judgment on the basis that such an obligation is enforceable as a matter of public policy. In the same way, promissory estoppel, although not supported by considerations, courts enforce some promises on the basis of promissory estoppel. Promissory estoppel substitute for consideration when another act is reliance on a promisor's promise. According to this doctrine, if one person make a promise to another, that other person act in reliance on the promise, the promisor will not be permitted to claim lack of consideration. Theory has gained support as a means of realizing justice. The elements of promissory estoppel is include: a promise is made, the promisor reasonably expect the promise to include action by promisee, the promisee does not act, justice requires enforcement of the promise. Sales of goods. Uniform Commercial Code regulates sales of goods. The code provides that when a contract for the sale of goods is modified by agreement of the parties, no consideration is necessary to make it enforceable. This all about today. Stay home, stay safe, try to maintain a safe social distance, try to wash your hands frequently in a day. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaika. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.